Zack Attack, what's up? Alright, give me a second here. I still need to get a couple things set up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Give me a couple minutes here. Not a couple minutes, a couple seconds here. Gotta get my counter going, and we should be all set. You're late, bro. Yeah, sorry, Pokemaster. I did post about it in Discord. I am 30 minutes late. I was running late on a couple errands I had to do before I started the stream, and unfortunately, those didn't finish up until after 7. So, welcome everyone to the stream, and we're all good to go now. Got the counter working. Stream's up. Everyone's tuning in. So hopefully we can get a shiny Treecko tonight. You're gonna get the Treecko tonight? You're feeling it? Alright, OGs. Thank you. I hope so too. I'm feeling pretty lucky. Alright, yeah, again, welcome everyone who is tuning into the stream. Like I said, sorry it started 30 minutes late. The end of the month kind of got a little bit crazy. Had to do some stuff to make sure I'm officially out of my apartment in time and whatnot. Nuno, guess who's back? Welcome back. You just love your new shiny Absol. That's awesome, Amanda. They said it'll be 44-44. Alright. We'll get to that one tonight, so we shall see. What happens if I get the shiny Treecko early? Okay, so Justin Cruz, if I get the Treecko early, what that means is I will switch over to a shiny Charmander. I have a copy of Leaf Green that I can use to hunt for Charmander in. So we will do that as first thing. Filippo, welcome to the stream. Which starter in Sun and Moon is my favorite shiny? Okay, shiny form, Litten is my favorite Sun and Moon starter. The white with red is kind of nice, because I really like base white with accents. So to me that looks so good with Rowlet in second in that list. Just because Poplio is just a darker blue. Just kind of weird. Your birthday's Saturday. Well, happy early birthday, Kareem. So you'll miss Saturday's stream. That's all right. I mean, if you got plans, I miss my own Saturday stream. So life happens. Can't always make it. You know, it's all good. You're on your brother's Game Boy to get him a shiny Torchic. All right, Amanda. Good luck with that. Hopefully you have some better luck than I've had. Alright, so it looks like 3 more, and then we will switch over to a new save file. Right, you better get it this time. I hope so. So how was the weekend, Ruben? My weekend's been pretty fantastic. So yesterday, Saturday, I had already planned on hanging out with a bunch of friends and stuff. Had like a LAN party overnight, which is why I couldn't stream. Kind of like an end of the summer thing, you know, all get together before we go back to college. That was super fun. We all hung out, played games. But what was super awesome is right before that, the Switch that I ordered last week showed up. So I was able to, you know, go to the party, play some Breath of the Wild, play Mario Kart 8. You know, so it's been really good. I picked up Splatoon, so after this stream, I'm gonna switch over and turn on my Switch and play some Splatoon 2 for a little while. Sans, welcome to the stream. Tommy Van, welcome to the stream. It's been taking so long, you feel sorry. It's actually not been too bad, Shiny Victini. Like, it could get really long in terms of these chains. I knew what I was getting into with this Treecko, but it would be awesome if we could get it a little bit earlier. And so we just passed 4350, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the save here while I remember. Emmanuel, welcome to the stream. You're playing Platinum, but grinding to Gardenia sucks. Alright. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about the pacing of Gen 4, it's just not fantastic. You feel a shiny coming. Alright, Chase. I hope that feeling leads to the shiny. Alright, see you later, Kareem. Yeah, Amanda may have used all of your luck up last stream, getting the Regice and the Palkia in like 20 minutes. Normally I have water to drink on stream, like Gatorade. Tonight, because I was up until like 3 AM last night, just playing video games and stuff. I am super tired, so I just have a bunch of Arnold Palmer next to me. So hopefully that sugar can keep me going. Fire Falcon, welcome to the stream. Oh, Pokemaster, did you get a Lotad? Nice. Lotad was probably one of my favorite Pokemon, like, when I first played through Gen 3. Just, like, in terms of the new Pokemon in Hoenn compared to me having played Fire Red just before that. Like, obviously, Ralts. Ralts was my favorite, was definitely my favorite. But Lotad, between Lotad and C-Dot, I always liked Lotad. Do I have a hashtag fanart on Twitter? I do not. Oh, you mean shiny? Oh, Birch is gonna show me a shiny Lotad. I don't know if that can actually. I'm not sure if that can happen in this game. I think the only time that can happen was Gen 5. Which is weird, because that's the first gen they actually introduced shiny locking in. Oh yeah, Filippo, you posted about that in the Discord, didn't you? That was pretty cool. Do I live in Ohio or Michigan? I live on the East Coast. That's as much as I really get into it. So the time zone that I'm in is Eastern Time, which, yeah, is an hour ahead of Texas. To take time to look at the Pokemon before soft reset. Amanda, in these games, it does not, or take the time to look at the Pokemon before soft resetting. Yeah, I definitely, like, I thought you meant, like, look at the Pokemon in the bag before choosing. That's kind of what I read there. But, because I was going to say, that only worked in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where you could actually see all three, and if they were shiny, which I don't know why they haven't done that since then or before then. That was so nice, because, you know, it basically tripled your odds. But yeah, that's one thing I do feel like I'm a little bit guilty of, is just kind of muscle memory soft resetting. Hopefully I, like, pull back from that and I don't accidentally soft reset over the shiny. You hope that Pokemon Emerald Broken RNG comes back in other games of the franchise. It would kind of be nice, Reftel, but, I don't know. Maybe. The really only time that it's an issue is hunting for, like, a soft reset shiny in Emerald. Which it does eventually help with later on. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'd feel about it coming back, because I know it was a glitch. It wasn't something that they intentionally did. You know, none of the other games in the gen had it. None of the games after it had it. It just feels like there was some kind of oversight when they were, like, rewriting Emerald's code. Ghost Freakly still going? Yep, we are still going for this shiny Treecko. It's been over a month at this point that I've been hunting for this thing, but we're gonna get it, we're gonna persevere, and no matter how long it takes, we are going to keep going for this thing. Hold on one second, I think I hear someone coming downstairs, guys. Figure Gaming, welcome back. Lucario Games, welcome back to the stream, guys. Does anyone know in ORAS that you can get the other starters from other regions? Yeah, you can get one, I think, is it every time you beat the Elite Four? Blazing Blazing, welcome back to the stream. Maybe I get it this time. I hope so, Lucario Games. We've been going at this thing for a while now, so... I was hoping to get it pretty quickly, but I knew getting into it that this thing could go on for tens of thousands of soft resets if we are super unlucky. But hopefully we get a bit more lucky than some people have. If I would be a Pokemon, what Pokemon would I be? You're gonna be your boy Gillispa. I'm not sure. Like, that's kind of interesting. That's an interesting question. I'd probably be something like, I'd probably be something like more humanoid, just so it wouldn't be as weird. I'd probably say Decidueye, even though I know wings are a little more awkward than hands, just because it is probably the most, like, I guess, easy to transition to in the Rowlet line. This is taking forever. Yeah, it has taken a good bit of time. Oh, you're getting Emerald tomorrow. Nice, Figure Gaming. Just make sure when you hunt, you remember to reset your save every once in a while to deal with that messed up RNG that is Emerald. What is the next stream? No, the next stream is tomorrow. It's from 7 to 10. There should be no issues with me making it on time to that stream. This weekend's just been a little bit crazy. So, we should be back on schedule next week with Monday, Thursday, Saturday. He would be Lucario, of course. Makes sense, Lucario Games. Jinx? Oh boy, yeah. You missed the other stream? That's okay, Raftel. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't start that one until halfway through when I would normally have been streaming. Just because I had some family stuff I had to do. Get Rayquaza soon. Wait, hold on. Rayquaza is on the list to get, though. You know, as soon as we get through the actual game, which will involve a lot of shiny hunting, since I will be doing a shiny badge quest, we should get to Rayquaza at some point. And that one doesn't actually get affected by the broken RNG as much, because you can run away, which keeps that timer going, and it's actually randomized. Depending on when we actually have a shiny frame. Because I think what can happen is, with Rayquaza, the animation is too long for any frame we get with Treecko to happen. So, in the time it would take for Rayquaza to, you know, like, actually start the battle, the shiny frame would pass. So there is a way to counteract that and actually do, like, normal hunting with runaways. Jose Medina, 4,358 attempts. Really, Jose. We have been going at this thing for over a month now, and we have yet to see a shiny Treecko or a shiny Zigzagoon, which I think is kind of crazy. We're getting to, like, the point that we've passed the halfway mark to full odds. It's kind of crazy. Heck, we've passed full odds if you're looking at Gen 6 or 7. Like, this is my longest hunt by far, and it's just kind of crazy to think that it has taken this long. Nice, Pokemaster! Fizzjack Game, welcome to the stream. Lucario Games, is this my longest shiny hunt? It is. My next longest shiny hunt was a shiny Yungoos that I got in Sun, and that took about a little over 1,600 soft resets, which is, or not soft resets, but encounters through the SOS chaining. And I thought that was crazy. That took me like a week of playing fairly regularly. But now look where we're at. We have over tripled that. We have almost tripled that at this point. I think 4,800 is about tripling that one, which is crazy. What's up, Game Master Matt? Welcome to the stream. You play Pokemon on your Game Boy Advance too? Awesome, Fizzjack. Fun fact, every starters at Kanto are reptiles, Bulbasaur's a dinosaur, Squirtle's a turtle, and Charmander is a lizard. That is true. Well, I guess he's a salamander. Well, Charmander would be salamander, which would be, like, an amphibian. But later on, he does kind of become a bit more reptile-like, I would say. You found a shiny Geodude after finding 100 Zubats, but Geodude, you have self-destruct. Oh no, Amanda. Yeah, that's why whenever I fear running into a Pokemon that knows any kind of move that like has recoil or self-inflicting damage. Because, you know, with a Geodude or something like Minior in Sun or like Voltorb, Electrode, you need something with the ability Damp. And you have to, like, either luck out some party member has it, or have specifically prepped your party to go after things that self-destruct. So that would be, like, the most stressful thing ever, to be, like, see the shiny, and then it just KOs, and you're just helpless. Couldn't do anything about it. Nuno, what time is it in my country? So, I'm in America, so there's, like, 4 time zones. But where I am in America, it is 7:50 p.m. right now. You're from Vietnam. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are from, like, all over the world who've tuned into these streams, which is really cool. Turtles aren't amphibians. I didn't say turtles, I said salamanders. I might be confusing them with, like, newts or something. I mean, if you just look at it as a lizard, then yeah, you pretty much have a reptile. Andrea, welcome to the stream. You killed a shiny Diglett and Moon on accident? Oh no, Game Master Matt! That's terrible. But you got it back, yeah. In Gen 7, it's pretty easy, honestly. If you KO a shiny, if you get a little bit of luck, you'll get another one in like an hour if you're just hunting. Just because once you hit 70, you've increased the odds, and while they do reset after a certain point, most of the time that you're SOS chaining after you hit 70, the majority of the time you're in increased odds. You need a shiny Torchic so you control your brother with... Alright, yeah, it's just, if you're doing it in Emerald, just make sure you do what I do with these saves. If you're doing it in Ruby or Sapphire, you won't have any issues with that, just, you know, keep soft resetting. Well, here it's almost one... Yeah, you guys are... You are way ahead of me in terms of time. Because you're in Portugal, right? So you're... I guess, you know, if you do the math... FizzJack Game, thank you for the sub! Yeah, so if you're in Portugal, I guess like we do the math, it's almost 8 here, and it's almost 1 there, so you're like 5 hours ahead of me. First reaction to Kanto playthrough. Let's see, there's a vegetable thing, a squirrel turtle, and a walking flamethrower. And I love Squirtle as soon as I saw it, so I actually have done most of my Kanto playthroughs with Squirtle. Which is why, actually, when we do a Kanto starter hunt, I was only choosing between Bulbasaur or Charmander, because when I do a playthrough with it, I want to do it with a Pokemon I haven't really done before. Mix it up some. You wonder how the world would be if Pokemon were real? It would be really kind of weird, I guess, you know? Because would you still have, like, the normal animals we have now, or would it all be Pokemon? Because that would kind of change a lot of stuff. What am I doing, FizzJack Games? So, what I'm doing is I'm soft resetting, trying to get a shiny Treecko. Because, yeah, shiny Pokemon are just super rare. In this game, it's a 1 in 8,192 chance of getting it. So basically, if you just keep restarting the game over and over again, you will hopefully eventually run into a shiny, so we can play the whole game with a shiny Pokemon as our starter. We'd all be dead if someone takes the wrong type of Pokemon. Delamas Jr., welcome to the stream. Yeah, Portugal, we're still here. Yeah, it's really cool that you are here, especially when, you know, it's almost 1 in the morning for you. Dwayne the Reggie Rock Johnson, thank you for the sub, and that is an awesome name. The mystery of the grass poison type Pokemon, vegetable plant. You would hardly let your mom... Yeah, and like someone doesn't run their lawnmower for a week and you can't go outside. Like, tall grass is a no-no for anyone under the age of 10. 250 subs? Really? That's awesome! Italy, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, you guys are like up super late watching this, which... More power to you. I appreciate it. So for you guys in Europe, I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but in the next few weeks, I'll probably be changing up my stream schedule because I'm going to be ending my job here in the next week. Then I move back to college and into a new apartment in about 2 weeks. Yeah, I guess a little over 2 weeks. I'll be moving back into my apartment at college, and once I get back to college, I'm going to probably start streaming a little bit earlier, just because the only reason I'm streaming so late now is because I have a 9-to-5 job. It's almost 8 where you are. Same here, Fire Falcon. So that's about the time that I start streaming. Yeah, right now I've been streaming 7 to 10, so I think we're in the same time zone there. Can I do a 250 sub celebration? I don't really know what we do. I mean, I'd be like, yay, 250 subs. I don't really have anything that I can kind of plan for that. If we get to some number, you know, some crazy number, even 1,000 or something like 5,000 or whatnot, then I would definitely have a bit more time to like actually plan something. But right now, like I said, unfortunately, I don't have time to do much of anything aside from stream. But you know, it's still super cool that we hit 250 subs. That is awesome. Can you imagine 250 subs, shiny Treecko? Yeah, just because we hit that number, suddenly we will get a shiny Treecko real soon in this stream. That would be awesome. What's my favorite TV show? Yours is The Flash. Okay, so... my favorite TV show, like, of all time, probably is Futurama. I've loved it since I was like, a little kid, and I actually... a month or two ago, I, like, binge-watched the whole thing on Netflix, because they took down the first few seasons. Or they were going to take down the first few seasons, so I figured I'd at least watch it one more time while I could. So Futurama was, like, my favorite show, like, that isn't anime or anything. I kind of count anime in a different category because that changes kind of regularly sometimes. If Pokemon were real, you would grow your grass super high so you could catch honage like in Kalos. There you go. Just like, when your parents like yell at you that you haven't cut the backyard, just be like, Mom, I'm trying to catch Pokemon. If you're gonna start, if I start the streams earlier, it's best for everyone. Yeah, that's kind of what I figure is, because even when I started now, it's pretty late in the evening for most of the US, and if I start earlier, I do have a good number of people who watch in like Europe and stuff, and so it'd be better for you guys so you aren't staying up until like 3 a.m. watching. Yes, Futurama, Fire Falcon, fellow fan. Jessica Bailey, welcome back to the stream. You're from Vietnam, yeah? You mentioned it earlier, Fizzjack. Yeah, so you're like super far ahead. It's like almost early morning for you then, isn't it? You're hunting for shiny Torchic, and after 5,850 soft resets, you get a shiny Poochyena. Oh no, Shanta the Epic. Yeah, thankfully in Emerald, getting a shiny Zigzagoon won't be nearly as bad as getting like a Poochyena in Sapphire or something. So, hopefully we can... Because Emerald's RNG is all broken, so it's actually kind of a good thing if we get any shinies, a good sign. In Emerald. Call you Fizzjack. Alright. Welcome back, James. Can you do a playthrough stream, play like Pokemon games? That'd be funny. I might do streams with like randomizers or something. I don't know. I'm gonna try figuring out a couple different ways to change stuff up in a couple weeks when I'm back at college and stuff. Because right now, I don't have time to do much of anything aside from these 3 streams, and I kind of want to do these streams as, like, shiny hunts. When I get back, I might, like... I'll probably end up doing more streams, but shorter streams. Not, like, super short, but, like, instead of 3 hours, 2 hours, but stream more than 3 times a week or something. And in those streams, you know, keep a bunch of them as shiny hunts, but, you know, maybe one that's, like, a game that isn't even Pokemon that I just, like, feel like playing that day. Or even possibly like doing randomizers or Nuzlocks and that. But I'm also gonna try to do like a bunch of actual like recorded series. Like the shiny badge quest I do with this Treecko or in this save is going to be something that I try to pre-record, as well as possibly doing some other like ROM hacks and stuff as actual playthroughs. Start streams at like 6:15. We'll see, Pokemaster. It just depends. I'm like, when I say earlier, I mean it could be a lot earlier. Because right now I work 9 to 5, but when I'm back at school, my classes are over by like 2. So I have like a lot more time to actually, you know, plan and stream and stuff. If Pokemon were real and you were shiny hunting, then wouldn't the Pokemon you run away from feel like they aren't good enough? I feel like there'd just be a lot of Pokemon, especially, I just imagine like SOS chaining for Pokemon and people just looking on in horror with all of the fainted like Rattatas that are on the ground. And you're just sitting there with one asking for help. Like, that just seems like really weird if you were to think about it in any context other than the Pokemon battles in the games. Oh no, Amanda! Well, if you're an Emerald, that is a good thing. It means you are very close to getting a shiny Torchic. Gebox ML, welcome to the stream. Still have old save files of your games, cartridges and stuff, but sadly they're corrupted. Aw, man. Yeah, especially with the original Game Boy games, you know, you have to like be super careful, and it's almost inevitable that you're going to lose your save eventually if it's not on Virtual Console, just because the save batteries go bad and like you lose everything. Because Layla Riga, do you like me? Yeah, I like everyone who's in the streams. You know, everyone's been really fun to talk to who's been involved in the chat and stuff. And you've been in a couple of them, and it's been fun answering questions and talking. Occasionally I've been like entering battles. I feel like I'm gonna make a lot more little tiny flubs like that today, to be honest. I am a little bit out of it, a little bit tired right now, but we're gonna make it through to the normal 10 o'clock end time. Phase Quack, how do you search for shiny Treecko? So, I'm basically what I'm doing right now, you know. I open the bag, pick up the Pokemon, and start the battle, and you just have to see if Treecko pops out as shiny. Emerald does have a few little extra quirks, which require me resetting the save every 50 encounters. It's not impossible to get a shiny if you don't, it's just a lot harder to do. Because Emerald has some really broken RNG, and I just realized that I didn't even look at that Pokemon before resetting. I knew it wasn't shiny. I saw it as I reset, but it was already in the middle of resetting before I saw it. So I need to make sure I don't do that, because otherwise I'm going to do it on a shiny. Oh no, Amanda. Yeah, I feel like if I ran into a shiny as a kid, which I don't remember if I did, because at the time it wouldn't have been like something that was big enough for me to remember years later. But I feel like if I had seen one, I would have seen like the sparkles and the different color and gone, huh, that Pokemon will be like, maybe that because it like sparkled, it'll give me more experience if I like knock it out or something. So I like made sure that I knocked it out instead of catching it. So I imagine what like first grade me would have done with these games. Just restart, pick Treecko, restart again, repeat until you get a shiny one. Very simple. Yeah, so exactly what Raftel said, especially if you're doing it in a game other than Emerald. In Emerald, basically, repeat that 50 times, reset save, and repeat it again. What will I do if I encounter a shiny skin? So Doom Lucario, I will be, you know, a little bit upset that we didn't get these like the Treecko as the shiny there, but I wouldn't be too upset because Emerald has some really busted RNG where instead of it being truly random, it just repeats the same like numbers to create Pokemon over and over again. So the number to create a shiny will still be at that same time point, which just means I have to hit the buttons at a bit different timing, like just start messing around with my timing for trying to encounter Treecko and like actually generate Treecko by opening the bag to make it where Treecko's shiny. So yeah, shiny Zigzagoon isn't the end of the world. If it was Ruby or Sapphire, I would be kind of devastated if it happened. I still won't be happy if it happens in Emerald. Like, hold on, guys. I just heard. noise, and I don't want, you know, Discord noises or anything just logging up the stream, so we should be good. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I was saying, Zigzagoon being shiny isn't a bad thing as much as it is in other games. It's still not fantastic, but it could be worse. What's my favorite starter? My favorite starter is Rowlet. As soon as I saw the stuff for Sun and Moon, I knew I was picking Rowlet, and my, like, how much I adored Rowlet just grew and grew and grew. The closer we got to the launch of the games, and as soon as the games launched, I was able to mess around with, like, Rowlet and Pokemon Refresh. Instantly favorite. We started Pokemon around 6. So many new mistakes. Agreed. Yeah, I did not understand what type effecting this was, and was wondering why my Blastoise and Zapdos, which were the only two things on my team that were leveled above level 5, kept getting crushed by ice types. So, yeah, you live, you learn. You eventually get better in time, and you can look back on it and laugh. Started Pokemon at 7 years old. We used to do a marathon playing all the games in a row. You're a little new, but it was good. Yeah, that's always fun to do. I was just like under the age of being able to really comprehend what I was reading and stuff. So I didn't learn about type effectiveness until way later on than I should have. I always thought like that it's super effective, and it's not very effective for like random things. Like there are some more like critical hits when they aren't, obviously. But it's just kind of what like first grade me was putting together in my mind. Why did I choose Mindless Enigma as my channel name? So I didn't choose it ever thinking I was actually going to make YouTube videos. I chose it just as I needed a name. Basically in 3-4 years ago, however long it's been since I made it, I think it's been 3 years, what happened was like my computer completely died. So I had to get a new laptop so I could like do engineering things for school and whatnot. I'm computer science, so even since like sophomore year of high school, I've pretty much needed to have access to a computer to do projects and stuff. And so I needed a laptop, and I got a new laptop, and I decided at that time that it was time for me to just make all new accounts, start fresh, you know. None of these like, you know, accounts I made when I was in 3rd grade for a Cub Scouts email list type deal. I wanted just new accounts. And at some point in my mind, also, we just hit 4,400, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the save here while I explain where Mindless Enigma comes from. So, I like didn't know what the name was, and I was playing like GTA 5 one day on my Xbox, and I was just kind of thinking, and I guess I got onto some like SpongeBob came to my mind, and I thought of the like line from Patrick, "Theater machinations of my mind are an enigma," and I don't know why, but suddenly I went, Mindless Enigma, that's kind of cool, and that was around the time that I like made my new Google accounts, YouTube account, and so I was like, oh, okay, and I just made that, and so that's what it's been for years now. Am I playing on a PC or Game Boy Advance? Okay, Doom the card. So I'm playing with an original Game Boy cartridge, like a Game Boy Advance cartridge, on a GameCube. So that's what I'm using. I'm using the Game Boy player attached from my GameCube, and I'm using my PC as the screen in the stream window. But yeah, sitting here, GameCube controller. So it is a legitimate cartridge. It's not an emulator. So we will be able to trade all these Pokemon up to the newer games, which is part of why I wanted to hunt in Emerald, is to get like the shiny Weather Trio, because they're shiny locked in Oras, and I wanted to have those as shinies. Hashtag Shiny Frame Hype. Yes, Winnie Boss. Welcome back to the stream, Winnie Boss. Hopefully, shiny Treecko will come today. We're resetting the frames now, so this could be the time. Yeah, I was able to read all the text, Pokemaster. It was just like I was always in advanced classes and stuff, but for me it was kind of that age where I was like, I want to play it wasn't as much I couldn't, as much as I didn't want to. Yeah, that's still like the age as like a 6-year-old. I was like, I just want to play the games. I just want to battle Pokemon. I want to catch some Pokemon. It wasn't even, I just wanted to like battle, because like if you looked at my games and stuff, they'd be like level 60 Blastoise, level 56 Zapdos, and then a level 2 Rattata, a level 7 Pidgey, and like a level 4 Bellsprout, and that was my entire team. Maybe a Weedle, you know, stuff like that when I was in Kanto. And it's just, it's the same thing. Like my cousin who's about that age has a copy of his son, and he was asking me like, Ian, what am I supposed to do here? And I'd always just like, did you read it? Like, did you read what they told you to do? And he's like, no. So, and I know he can. It's just, as a little kid, you don't want to read it. You just want to play. Like, the text is boring, that kind of thing. Favorite game of all time is Gen 4 games. Alright, Pokemaster. For me, if I had to choose a generation as a whole, it would either be 7 or 3. Just because of the story in 7. But 7's not fully done, so I'm going to hold my full judgment on it until Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon come out. But yeah, Gen 3 is like the most nostalgia generation for me, because it was my first. And it has remakes of Gen 1 and all this stuff, so it's just... And Hoenn's my favorite region by far. So... Gen 3 is probably my top games. Welcome back, Overleveled Glysaur. I should use an experience share. I should have, but as a kid, I didn't. Like, I didn't read. I didn't know to put those things on. You keep getting Shiny Zigzagoon, and you're very mad. Okay, so Amanda, what I'm going to recommend is if you're playing Emerald, this is going to happen, essentially, if you don't know what you're doing. Because in Emerald, if you keep hitting the buttons at the exact same timing, you're going to keep getting that Shiny Zigzagoon. So, wait like half a second to open the bag. Like, wait like half a second longer than normal to open the bag, and start messing with the timing there. Just so that you want to open the bag at about the time, or select the Torchic at about the time that Zigzagoon would have been popping up. Because I know you're going for a Torchic. Just because you want that Pokemon to be created when you like enter the battle before the Zigzagoon's created. Lightning's actually a good HM slave. Yeah, I'm kind of glad they moved away from the whole you had to justify a Pokemon as an HM slave, though. Gen 2 is still nostalgic? Yeah, for a lot of people it is, because you know, that was their first gen. A lot of my friends, that was their first game, because I got into Pokemon kind of late as a kid. Because I think I've been saying first grade, but it was more third grade. Which definitely was a point where I should have been able to read and should have been reading, but just didn't want to. Yeah, so I think it was more like third grade that I got it, but like my friends have been playing it since like second grade or first grade. So they had, like my friend showed me his copy of Gold. Like that's the first game I ever saw. My friend, one of the mods here, Brad, the one I'm actually borrowing this GameCube from to play on, his first game was like Silver, I think. And so he still has that cartridge. But for me, Fire Red was my first game, so for me Gen 3 is the one that holds all the nostalgia. Ben Roberts, welcome back to the stream. Hamza, welcome back to the stream. What Pokemon you think deserve a Mega Evolution? I'm not actually sure. Magikarp. Definitely Magikarp. They definitely need to get Magikarp an Mega Evolution, and it's just a more violent animation for Splash is all that it adds. Shivan, welcome back to the stream. Magikarp. There you go. This is so tedious but rewarding at the same time. Agreed, Figure Gaming. Like, that's where a lot of people come in and have been like, dude, you must have so much patience. And it is true that, like, it does take a good bit of patience to do it, especially with your first couple hunts. But once you get the bug, once you get, like, the shiny hunting bug, you just know how rewarding it is for the Pokemon to show up and sparkle and be a different color. And all the excitement makes all of the, like, tediousness worth it. Like, so worth it. Like, I know as soon as we get this shiny, it's going to be extremely hype. Everyone who's been here for a while is going to be freaking out. I'm going to be freaking out. Not, like, hopefully not screaming too loud or anything, but, you know, freaking out, like, I don't know what to do with my hands type stuff. As long as I make sure not to soft reset, we will all be good. And then we'll be able to mess around and say that we actually caught a shiny on stream, which will be awesome to have, like, shared this with everyone here. So hopefully we can get it quickly and soon. I want to do some more, and I mentioned this in the Discord a couple days ago. It's like, yeah, I want to be able to hunt stuff and catch more than one thing every 2 months. Like, that'd be really, like, nice. But it takes getting one in the first place to figure out that I am able to do that. Do you think the Lucarios can be doomed? I mean, doomed Lucario, if your name doesn't already prove it, I don't know what does. Gen 2 introduced breeding, shinies, berries, held items, steel and dark, friendship evolution, pre-evolutions, and much more. It did. Instant Minecraft, Pokemon GTA Nerd, 347, or 349, thank you for the sub. Yeah, it added a lot, and it was definitely a big step up from Gen 1. Because at the time, Game Freak thought it was the final version of the game. Like, they weren't... Like, at first, Game Freak was developing Gold and Silver and Crystal as if they were the definitive Pokemon games. Like, they were going to be it. But then they made them again. Then they made Gen 3 for the Game Boy Advance, and it kind of moved on from there. Doomed Lucario, thank you for the sub. But yeah, so those games added a lot, and it was a good step because of how just unpolished Gen 1 was. Because, you know, they're the original games. They obviously have a lot of nostalgia for people, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the series today. But there were so many bugs. There was so much to be built on. You know, this is Gen 2, you know, breeding, shinies, items. Gen 3 added the abilities. You know, this made, like, actually battling Pokemon a lot more interesting. Turtwig, Piplup, or Chimchar? Piplup. Definitely Piplup. Piplup's best 4th gen starter. Agreed, yeah. My girlfriend likes Chimchar best, but I have this weird thing where I've never really gone, like, I've always kind of gone away from fire types. It's not because they're fire types, I don't know why, I always seem to evolve kind of a bond more towards the, like, grass or water. I think a lot of that's probably, like, color preference, because blue and green are, like, 2 of my favorite colors, so I just kind of naturally, their designs always incorporate it, so it's like, oh, I kind of like these ones better aesthetically. You think there should be an alternative form for female slacking? It should be like Slackween. Yeah, something like Nidoking, Nidoqueen. Which is still kind of weird. It's the only Pokemon to, like, not, like, to have the actual gender in the name of it. Because they tried doing gender in Gen 1 before they actually added it. And since then, they never changed it. And they made it, like, once they made it past Gen 2 without changing it, once they made it to Gen 3 and didn't change it, it kind of got stuck like that. Santi Annabelle, thank you for the sub. I'm seriously ignoring all your comments. I'm sorry, Pokemaster. I don't mean to. It's just the chat's been really busy tonight, and I apologize if it feels like I'm ignoring anyone. I'm really not. It's just unfortunate with what messages tend to be popping up. Because I am a little bit behind. You're in my Discord server. Thank you. That is awesome. For anyone who is interested, there is a Discord server in the description. So if you want to talk inside or outside of the chat, or outside of the streams, I mean. But yeah, Pokemaster, again, I apologize if it seems like I'm not reading your comments. Yeah, because the stream is a little bit delayed. And it also looks like the stream quality is a little bit lower than normal right now. According to YouTube, I'm not sure about how all of you guys are seeing it. But yeah, I'm not trying to, like, ignore you or anything. Gen 3 had natures but no day-night. It kind of had the clock cycles, but it didn't have, like, visual day-night. That is true. You got a shiny Ralts. Awesome, Amanda. I did see you post one earlier. Why no like Chimchar? Why no like Chimchar? I don't dislike Chimchar. I actually like all of the Gen 4 starters. It's just Piplup and Turtwig I like more. Turtwig isn't good, but its Fine Evolution is a good competitive Pokemon. See, that's where, like, a lot of people always say, like, you know, these Pokemon aren't competitively viable or something. The only, like, amount of that I care about is what does my rival choose versus what I choose, which is the only reason, like, that's the only time, Mudkip is, like, the only time that I have any concern about the typing of my starters, or any amount of competitiveness of starters, is I don't want to get a Mudkip and have May pick Treecko. I still have flashbacks to when I did a run like that, and just completely forgot about 2 of her encounters. Can I join voice chat on the Discord? I can for a little bit after the stream. I won't join it while I'm on stream. Just because while I'm on stream, I like to focus on the chat in the actual stream. Android Play, do you like Mudkips? I do like Mudkips, just not as much as Treeckos. What will I do if I get the shiny Treecko? Alright, so do Lucario, if I get the shiny Treecko, immediately, like, if we get it this stream, or basically what happens in the stream we get it, if we get it more than, like, 30 minutes out from the ending, I have a copy of Leaf Green that I can open up, put in, and shiny hunt for a Charmander in. Like, that's going to be the next shiny hunt, is a Charmander in Leaf Green. But long term with Emerald, I'm going to be doing a shiny badge quest and like actually kind of recording and doing a let's play with it, as well as, you know, with a shiny badge quest you have to catch a shiny before every major battle with your rival or like a gym battle, or you know like Team Aqua Magma mains, things like that. And so I have to catch a shiny before each of those, and I'll be streaming those shiny hunts. So like that's the plan, and then once we get through the actual game doing the badge quest, I'm going to be shiny hunting for legendaries like Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, because they're shiny locked in ORAS and I want to get them shiny. Probably do the Regis just because why not, you know. So we'll definitely get a lot of entertainment out of these, I hope. And I hope to in the future get a 3DS capture card to be able to do hunts in games there for the DS and up. But that's going to be that would be a ways off just because I'd have to save up to actually get one of those. Bring back Pokemon outside of the Pokeballs in Ultra Sun Moon. That would be awesome, Dwayne. I would appreciate that as well. I think some people found like walking animations for overworld versions of every single Pokemon in Gen 7, which would be awesome. It seems like a feature that they kind of added, but then had to back out of. It'd be really cool if they were able to add it. I would be super hyped for that. What if they made an RPG of a gifted 6-year-old exploring the world of Pokemon trading card game? The tutorial could be you tricking a kid into giving you a hollow-based set legendary. Oh, a hollow-based set Charizard. Oh boy. Hey, I mean, if it doesn't exist already, Pokemaster, you can make it yourself. Do you have a shiny Rayquaza in ORAS? Yeah, Hamza, they did do an event and give them away, but I didn't get out my copy of Alpha Sapphire or my Omega Ruby or any games in Gen 6 before they released it, so unfortunately I can't. Well, excuse me. I'm gonna yawn a lot, I'm sorry guys. I'm a little bit tired. But yeah, unfortunately you can't get it like in Delta episode. You have to get it through that event. So I want to actually be able to catch it and have one that isn't gen or anything. There's broken RNG in Emerald? Yes, there is. So I reset my save every 50 encounters to counteract that. Which is why you'll see me, like, you know, that's why you'll see me occasionally, like, completely reset my save. It's just to counteract Emerald's RNG. Get a new trainer ID, because trainer ID is half of what they use to determine if it's shiny or not. So since I can't actually change the RNG, I can change the trainer ID instead. Can I get a shiny Deoxys in ORAS? I don't think so. Someone else may know. I haven't actually really looked into most of those. I'd imagine it's shiny locked though. Because it's basically any Pokemon that you encounter as part of the story, like any legendary Pokemon you encounter as part of the story, and I guess really even any Pokemon you encounter, aside from the starter, as like you are forced to encounter it, is shiny locked in ORAS. Like even the wild Poochyena Zigzagoon is shiny locked. The whole Weather Trio is shiny locked. You know, Kyogre and Alpha Sapphire, Groudon and Omega Ruby, Rayquaza is. So I'd imagine Deoxys is, because Deoxys is part of Delta episode. I wasn't gonna write you a fan letter, but then you figured why not? Seriously, the chances of getting a shiny Treecko is high. Dude, all the Pokemon puns coming from Pokemaster right now. You're gonna leave. Alright, see you later, Figure Gaming. Deoxys is locked? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Haha, if you watch someone rob an Apple store, would you be an eyewitness? The real questions here, guys. Those puns are good, but ugh. I can appreciate some puns, though. Some people I know, on the other hand, cannot, but that is their loss. You lost your shiny Treecko today. Oh no, Android Play. What happened? Did you, like, soft reset over it, or, like, reset a save or something? Like that. I'm so nervous I'm going to soft reset over this when I get it. Does this method work on Ruby Sapphire? Yes, so it actually works better on Ruby Sapphire, because you don't have to do the save resetting. Soft resetting for a shiny starter has been the way to do it since the beginning, because essentially every time you generate the starter and enter the battle, it creates a new, like, Treecko in this case. The only problem with Emerald is that you can accidentally create the same Treecko over and over again if you aren't careful, which is why I reset the saves. So yeah, in Ruby Sapphire, it creates a truly random Treecko, and it's basically like having a wild encounter with a Treecko. So the odds of you getting it shiny are the same as the odds of encountering another shiny. It's just you have to soft reset to have multiple encounters with it. Why don't they call iPhone chargers apple juice? Wouldn't that be what you call the electricity that goes into it? Oh, you closed your game on accident? Oh no! So, oh, did you, like, end the game without saving? That sucks. Alright, see you later, Delamas. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Wilson Pigsbury, welcome back to the stream. I do remember you. Treecko, please. Yeah, if Shiny Treecko could just come out right now, that would be great. Oh, yours is a dry battery. Okay. Well, in Emerald, the battery doesn't actually affect saving, does it? And I don't think... I guess if, like, you closed it and it didn't, like, the Game Boy died or something, you would instantly lose it, yeah. Enter dumb thing in this box. Hey, sometimes dumb things can be really funny. What's the name of the Shiny Treecko gonna be? Alright, French Fry High, so... the default name for the Shiny Treecko is Corn Dog. That was decided on, like, stream number 3 or something at this point, which is almost a month ago now. But the whole kind of goal is, the whole, like, kind of plan has been, if someone can guess the actual number we get it on, like the exact encounter number, not some kind of range of, like, get it in the next 50 or something. But if someone can guess the exact number that we get it on and is in the stream when we get it, as long as it's an appropriate name, they can name it. Battery affects saving only in Gen 2 games. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gen 1 and 2 are the only ones that have battery issues. You're hunting for 2 Pokemon on 2 Game Boys on 2 games. Alright, Amanda. Yeah, that's how a lot of people actually do hunts, is either get, like, 2 DSs. I've seen people with, like, 4 Game Boy SPs. Legend asks that the 7th month dies, the boy shall be born. Oh wait, wrong prophecy. It's been a while since the Treecko stream. Jacob, it has been a few days since the Treecko stream. Yeah, this week's been a little wonky. I did have a stream Thursday, but it didn't start until way later than it was supposed to. Like, at like 8:30 instead of at 7. And it only ran for an hour and a half. So it was like a half-length stream. And then I couldn't stream yesterday, which would have been my normal, like, Saturday stream. So today's essentially the Saturday stream on Sunday. Because I was hanging out with friends, so... Yeah, this past week's been a little wonky with streams, but next week's going to pick back up with the Monday, Thursday, Saturday streaming. Also, which stream episode did you join? My subs. I don't know if I can think of the exact day you joined, or like the exact stream number, but I think it was like a week ago. I think it may have been the Saturday stream of last week. You heard of the Ruby Sapphire battery runs dry. It acts like Emerald with RNG. This could actually be true. That could possibly make sense. I could actually see that if they all start with the same number, but Ruby and Sapphire can hold that number. Maybe that might be the case, but that doesn't stop you from getting a shiny. The battery only controls the clock in those games. Well, that means Enigma wouldn't get the shiny Treecko. I can still get it. Yeah, there's no like thing preventing me from getting the shiny. It's just there's some awkwardness when it actually comes to the shiny. When it actually comes to the method of hunting because of the RNG. Well, the RNG doesn't have anything to prevent me from getting a shiny. It just prevents when I can get it type deal. Cody Scroggins, welcome to the stream. When you get a Snorlax named your mom holding a burn heel in Wonder Trade. Dang. When someone's so dedicated to the joke. That's actually, that'd be pretty cool to send out a bunch of them over Wonder Trade, to be honest. When you were playing Fire Red and Pokemon Red, you were in Lavender Town in both of them, and you went into the Pokemon Towers at the grave, and you started crying because it reminded me of your granddad. Oh man, Amanda, I'm sorry to hear that. Professor Birch, either your bag contains a shiny, or you're going to deal with the Zigzagoon forever. Yeah. Just imagine a 10-year-old walking up, throwing out all 3 Pokemon, going, oh, they're normal, and walking away. Yeah, but I mean, if you just caught a shiny and left it in this bag for me to pick up, we could have been done with this a long time ago. What's up, Furry Furry? Welcome back to the stream. Really, Jacob? I didn't know that. But I have seen that, you know, especially back when the Pokemon were sprites, and the sprites were updated every gen. And some were even updated between the games, like Diamond and Pearl have different sprites than Platinum for some Pokemon, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver have their own sprites. So it wasn't uncommon, I guess, for a lot of shinies to... I know a lot of shinies got palette swaps and stuff at some point. But I guess, yeah, especially when they were switching, like, every iteration of games in a generation, it wasn't that uncommon for it to happen. It's still kind of weird, though. FaZe Quack, you should do a Let's Play series after you get the shiny Treecko. That's actually kind of the plan, is to do a Let's Play for, like, a shiny badge quest, which is basically hunting for a shiny Pokemon before every major battle. So it'll add a bunch of extra hunts as well as giving you, like, stuff to, like, content to make Let's Plays with. I kind of have a Let's Play episode that I release, like, actually as a video on the channel. Between, like, if I get shiny Treecko, we go through the May battle and get up to, I guess, like, Route 103 or something and do a shiny hunt for another Pokemon. I'd, like, release that video, and then the next stream time I'd hop back on and do a normal stream or something. I'd have to kind of figure out and, I guess, iron it out over the first couple, like, episodes or whatnot of it. But that is kind of the plan. Is to do, like, an actual Let's Play, because I think that'd be fun. It'd be something kind of to mix it up, aside from just doing the, like, shiny hunting. Tip for Birch. If you check your bag, you might... If you check your bag on... You can fight for yourself, you can't hurt... Oh boy. If you kept the bag... I get it. So if you kept the bag on... Yeah. He could have just, like... He ran right past the bag. He could have gotten it himself. Do you plan on doing anything else other than shiny hunting? You would enjoy a Gen 4 Let's Play or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Let's Play. Pokemaster, I would love to do a Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Let's Play. Like, when they come out, either as, like... It's just, like... You know... 24-hour live stream, some kind of super hype thing or whatnot. That would be awesome, but I'd have to get a 3DS capture card to do that. Because right now all I can capture are Game Boy games, which is part of the reason I'm doing Emerald instead of something like Sun or Moon, or like going for a Living Shiny Dex in Gen 7 or something. Or Gen 6. You know, where you can get like a full national Dex in those 4 games. Like those kind of things I'd love to do. And I'd love to do some playthroughs of games, but I don't have a way to capture DS games yet, and 3DS capture cards are like $600, which is kind of crazy. And I don't have that kind of money right now, especially after I got my Switch. Does shiny hunting ever get boring to me? Cody, so it's kind of weird. Like, it is tedious, but I've got like basically I've caught the shiny hunting bug, where the exhilaration and the hype from catching a shiny and like encountering one even is just so over the top that it's made the past 4,000 encounters worth it. And also, guys, we are on encounter 4444. If we get it on this encounter, that would be super hype. But unfortunately, we didn't, so we're gonna keep going. Alright, see you later, Hamza. Thanks for tuning into the stream. A wild shiny has appeared. I would love for that to happen. Well, I guess if you're getting that kind of text, you're getting one that's not catchable currently. You're hunting for a shiny Magnemite. Well, good luck to you. I can't read Korean, so I can't pronounce your name. I am sorry. You forgot about the 3DS capture card thing. Yeah, Pokemaster. Like, people have mentioned that, and I kind of get it, because, you know, I'm playing Pokemon. I should be able to just, like, play Pokemon. It kind of stinks, but I hope to get one at some point. Like, it'd be really fun to do Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon hunts. Or just Sun Moon hunts, even. I felt the pain of hunting for a shiny starter in Sun and Moon. Oh boy, I wasn't crazy enough to do the resets. In Sun and Moon, I played through with a normal Rowlet, because that was before I'd caught any shinies, so it wasn't as big of a deal. It was kind of like, well, what if I get a shiny on, like, my first, like, picking up my first Pokemon or something. That was about all I cared about shinies at that point. But then once I actually started hunting, because I wanted a shiny Rowlet, so I bred for a Rowlet, and to do that, I thought that I didn't know about Masuda method, so, I thought, oh, maybe if I get a shiny Ditto and use it as like a parent with my Decidueye, I can get, you know, then I can get a shiny out of it, like more likely, which isn't the case, but I still ended up catching a shiny Ditto, and was instantly hooked on hunting shinies. Excuse me. Just the excitement of seeing like a shiny and seeing that blue Ditto pop up and all the sparkles, I was like, what's going on? This is awesome. And I was kind of hooked from there. But yeah, I would not do soft resetting for Gen 7 starters. Still haven't gotten it. I have not J-Lord. It's crazy right now. Do you ever hunt non-given Pokemon in games where you don't get the Poké Radar? What do you mean? Oh, like, do I ever go on like wild hunts that are just random encounters? I haven't done that yet, Cody, because like I said, I started shiny hunting in Gen 7, which means I couldn't, or it meant that I had ways to chain for Pokemon. This is the first hunt I've done outside of my copy of Pokemon Sun. This is the first time I've done a full odds hunt, so this is just a completely new experience to me. Maybe I have run into Pokemon, like I haven't hunted for Pokemon this way, but I've randomly run into Pokemon in the grass before. That's about it. Alright, so guys, we're already to 4,450, so we're going to do one more encounter, and then we will reset the save again. You've done 18,712 soft resets for your shiny Rowlet, and still no shiny. Dude, you would have had to been going from the start of the game at this point, I feel. You get like a minute and a half of a cutscene every time you restart it. That's kind of crazy, and I would never put myself through that. Oh, did you actually get it, Amanda? That's awesome! Bradley Laro, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you for the sub. Every hardcore trainer ever. Finally a shiny Rowlet. Wait, it doesn't have the nature I wanted. Into the Wonder Trade you go. Yeah, a lot of people who like actually try to breed competitive shinies, they're a step above me. Because personally, at some point I'd like to make a competitive shiny team, but I'm more of the thought that I can probably make a full team once I have a living shiny dex in Gen 7. Like, those have enough shinies that I can make a good competitive team. But yeah, currently I'm not breeding for that whole 6 perfect IV shiny. That's just a little bit beyond me. Watches a natural mindless enigma, tries to get a shiny Treecko, stalks his prey, blindly. I'm just imagining a nature documentary where the predator's like blind, bumping into its prey and being like, nope, not the right one. Like bumping into a bunch of trees, like, oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for. This is insane. There's no way Amanda finds shiny 5 times in her. She's only like said she found one tonight, and she did post images of shinies that she got. She did post. She mentioned she got another shiny Ralts, and she posted it in the Discord. So I'm inclined to believe her. I have no reason not to. No, it's a 2.5 minute cutscene, so it's even worse, Jacob. That's like, I couldn't soft reset for that. Imagine, basically, cut that down to 2 minutes, and we still have 8,000 minutes of like time spent soft resetting if we had to go through a cutscene that long for Treecko. Like we'd almost be to 9,000 minutes. Like that's just I'm not doing. Also, I just realized I said we're resetting the save, and then I didn't reset the save, so we're gonna do that now. The first time you found a shiny, you thought it was a normal Pokemon, so you feel like, oh no! I'm always worried that if I found a shiny when I was like really little, I would have thought that it was something that I should have killed even more, you know, it gave me more experience or something. So it was like, no chance I would have ever gotten a shiny, because it would have been like, it sparkled, more experience, and knocked it out, and then wonder why I didn't get the extra experience. Because that's what I would have done as a kid. Weird question, what's my favorite fiction prophecy? I don't actually know if I have a favorite, like, fiction prophecy, because I can't... Like, the only kind of one I would think of, and I guess I'll just go with it, Harry Potter. Because it's really, like, the only kind of fiction prophecy I can think of right now. Poketubers Feel, welcome back! Most soft resets, yours is the 18,000, and you were going insane. This is my most soft resets, Jacob. Because this is the first soft reset hunt I've done. Most of my hunts have been, like I said, SOS chaining in Pokemon Sun, or Masuda method breeding in Sun. And the highest, even between those two, the highest I've ever gotten is 1,600. So you have 10 times as many, like, encounters for a Pokemon as I do. You're still guessing 49,999 and 50,000. Alright, Sans, we will see. Those are a little far off. But hopefully we can get it before then. You were going insane too? Agreed, French fry. It's just kind of crazy. You're playing Fire Red and you went to get Pokeballs and found a shiny Rattata. You started yelling, ah, the uncatchable shiny. It's even worse when it's truly a random encounter and not just like Zigzagoon. Even though Zigzagoon still would be awful. Or really, I guess... Yeah, I guess that is the equivalent of Zigzagoon. Because there isn't like an actual random encounter, essentially. Oh man. I would feel awful. Yeah, uncatchable shinies are the worst. Best way I know to train Pokemon in Emerald before the Elite Four. For me, it was always just patience. I just over-leveled the crap out of my Pokemon until I got bored with grinding, and then I just played the game as far as I could before I needed to grind again. I was not the most competitive trainer. Pokemon Origins is Mega Evolution and Pokemon Origins is canon. That means Fire and Leaf Green, Red, Blue, Green, Y belong in the Mega Evolution timeline. Whoa. I don't know, I mean, you could kind of say... I don't know, I mean, you could just say that Origins is in the other universe, which is still canon, I think. Like, everything Gen 6 and on is still canon, right? I don't know, Mega Evolutions and their whole being a separate timeline is kind of a little weird, but... Yeah, I don't know.